Welcome back. Well, Prasa says it's saved over 200 million rand through investigations of the parastatal's workforce. The Transport Minister Fikile Mbalula saying the project's preliminary findings has found there are 3,100 employees who did not come forward to be verified. Pelane Phakgadi was there. He joins us now. Pelane, good afternoon to you.
Yeah.
So the Transport Ministry says that they're saving money. These people did not come forward to be verified, which means they did not exist,
Yes.
which means that Prasa has lost, I don't even want to think how much money.
You and I will not even want to think about the amount of money that they lost. They say in just 10 months that they've managed to uncover this. They've saved about 200 million rand, meaning that is 20 million rand on their salary bill per month. So if they've managed to save about 20 million rand for 10 months that they've started to engage on this project Ziveze, then the considerable amount of money that government have lost through ghost employees and people who refuse to come forward, even fraudulent people who gained employment fraudulently, all those numbers are all intertwined into one. Over 2,300 we're told that these numbers come to, that they don't even know how they got into employment at Prasa, and if they did, what qualifications they bear. So that's beyond the people that just disappeared in a single day when they began with the process to investigate who at Prasa is exactly working there. 17,000 people are at their workforce at Prasa, and 14,000 people actually did come forward. And of course, even on those numbers, they still want to understand who hold what qualifications and how did they gain employment whatsoever. But I think what is very much critical to also understand is that Prasa is still using a paper trail. It's not much is actually on digital vibes. Did I say digital vibes? Not much is actually on your digital systems that they're actually being able to track down on the digital systems that these are the people that have been employed. So other papers are just gone missing.
My word. There's so much to all of this. I mean, that's a significant proportion. 3,000 out of 17,000 people.
Yes.
That's a significant proportion of their workforce.
Yes, earlier on when Fikile Mbalula was just talking to us in the media, and they were just engaging with us and just saying that they don't understand actually how this came to forth. But I think what is important now is that the Special Investigating Unit is also part of the investigating and trying to find out what really is the problem in this one. Take a listen to the bite of what Fikile Mbalula had to say.
During the same period, 1,199 employees resigned. Do you understand? Phase one. When you were asked to come forward to be verified, 14,000 came forward out of the 17,000 plus, and then 1,000 immediately disappeared. That is now during the first phase. Failure by 3,000 employees to come forward for physical verifications led to suspicions that there could be a number of ghost employees at Prasa. A cleanup exercise by the Prasa board then ensued to establish whether these were indeed ghost employees as part of their effort to tighten internal controls. Services of an independent service provider were commissioned to establish if these were indeed ghost employees and to identify weaknesses in the Prasa system, as well as identifying culpable officials who may have colluded with unscrupulous people to create ghost employees where this was found to be the case. The investigation was concluded with the support of Home Affairs, the South African Revenue Services, SARS, Umalusi, and the South African Qualifications Authority. This form of corruption cannot be characterized as anything other than stealing from the taxpayer. This is conduct we must all frown upon and encourage law enforcement agencies to act with the necessary speed to unleash the full might of the law on those hell-bent on stealing public funds. Through Project Ziveze, we have been able to save Prasa approximately 200 million rand since the inception of the project in November 2021.
Pelane, there are so many questions that emerge from this. I mean, clearly, obviously what needs to happen next is work out how long this went on for.
Yes.
And this was happening by people who understood the HR process.
Yes.
And presumably there's one, two, maybe a small group of people who made, I mean, unbelievable amounts of money.
And especially because they don't know who was hired. Right now, the forensic investigations that Fikile Mbalula has ordered in is trying to go and look at the bank accounts of which the monies were paid into, because they don't have a physical proof that actually these were the people that were employed fraudulently here in Prasa. And they don't even know how long it had gone for. They don't know who those people who were employed were. So now I think it's about an investigation, as the SIU coming to board to try. I mean, I think there are about 30 proclamations at just Prasa alone, and I'm sure even more will come out as they continue to talk about this, just even this ghost employment. And just even to add, maybe even before we part ways, Stephen, is that the ICT, the head of ICT at Prasa, has been suspended for something else not related to Project Zive, as we are told, and as well as the chief financial officer.
Pelane Phakgadi, thank you very much indeed. You can see why the Zondo Commission recommended there be another commission of inquiry into Prasa. It feels it didn't get to the bottom of it all.